Good morning, students. Today we will begin with a new chapter, that is your Unit 6, Ubiquitous Wireless Communications. Here you see the term ubiquitous. What does this ubiquitous mean? So, whenever you are using any handheld devices or your mobile devices, then you are accessing various types of services in wireless manner. As you know, there are two different types of transmission mediums are there. That is, one is your wired medium, one is your wireless medium. In wired medium, you are accessing the services through some dedicated wired connection, that may be your twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optics cable. In wireless communication, it supports the electromagnetic signals, that is your infrared signals, or you can access the services through satellite communication facilities. Okay, so here whenever we are studying about this mobile communication, you are accessing various types of services. Whenever you are using the terms mobile communications, that it is the cellular network. It is the concept of the cellular network, and each cellular network having some base transfer stations. Okay, so at least one base transfer station will be there. And whenever you are going from one cellular network to another cellular network, which means that whenever you are going from one state to another state, there is a message displayed in your system, that is your welcome to this cellular network. Okay. But we are accessing the same types of services to that network also. But why? Because it maintains all the information, all the data, and it also maintains the security. That whether you are in the home network or whether you are in the foreign network, that you will study in your mobile IP, home agent and your foreign agent. Means whenever I am buying the SIM in this network, then this is my own network. I can say that is my home network. But whenever you visit to some different network, that is I am the foreigner, means unknown to that network. So it maintains all the information in the home location register as well as your visitor location register. So whenever we are using the terms ubiquitous, means anywhere anyone can access it, by anything can access it. Okay, so we can accessing the services from any place at any time by anyone and anything, which means that this is one kind of emerging technology, that is called as your ubiquitous networking, and this is derived from a Latin word which means that we can access it is everywhere. And the services will be accessed at any point. At the same time, we can access many kinds of services at anywhere. Okay, so this term comes from the word that is your ubiquitous computing. Means a number of computer devices are there which is placed in a physical environment, and they can do many kind of tasks. So the concept is that why we are using this term, that is ubiquitous wireless communications, as we know that this facilitates the wireless communications facilities. We are not using any wired communication whenever you are accessing the mobile services. So the same kind of facilities and services we can get. So in this chapter you will see that introduction to UMTS, that is Universal Mobile Telecommunication System, Universal Mobile Telecommunication System Architecture. Okay, so meaning of ubiquitous computing, the word ubiquitous refers to be found everywhere and anywhere. So when this concept is applied to the technology, the term ubiquitous means that the technology is everywhere and at any point of time or any point of place, anyone can use it anytime simultaneously. Ubiquitous computing refers to the embedding computers and communications in our environment, and it provides an attractive vision for the future of computing, and this type of computing refers to availability and invisibility. Okay, so here you can see that this UMTS. So UMTS communication. The first generation, second generation, that is 2G technology you said, that is 3G technology, 4G technology, 5G technologies, not fully 5G technologies, 4.9G technologies. Okay, but whenever we are talking about the 1G, that is the first generation of mobile communication, it only supports the voice signals or analog signals. In second generation, it supports the SMS facilities, multimedia message facilities are there. Plus, the 2.5 generations, it supports the GPRS services facilities plus your global system for mobile communication standards, setup standards. Okay, and the UMTS facilities, that is Universal Mobile Telecommunication System, that supports in your third generation of mobile communications. And it also supports the GSM. There are certain features, features are there, which is in your third generation of mobile communication. So, the UMTS, Universal Mobile Telecommunication Systems or Services, Telecommunication Service, is a third generation broadband packet-based transmission of text, digitized voice, video and multimedia at data rates to up to 2 megabits per second. UMTS is based on the global system for mobile communication standards. So, without delay, we will see the objectives, that use of frequency bands of up to 1885 MHz to 2025 MHz and 2110 MHz to 2200 MHz as defined in IMT 2000 standards. It also supports the high frequency spectrum facilities, integration of multiple networks such as your terrestrial network, your satellite communications facilities are there, whether you are outdoor in your indoor networks in a single system, and one user equipment with low cost. User equipment is nothing but whenever you are using your devices, mobile device, and whenever you are accessing the services, how you can access the services? You buy some SIM. Okay, so that is your UMTS subscriber identity model. So whenever you insert your card to the device, that is your user equipment. Okay, so seamless and global radio coverage facilities, because it comes from the second generations of mobile communication, that is your general packet radio services. No compromising security on mobile use, service capability from text and voice up to multimedia for the whole population using satellite networks at low cost. Numbering system independent of network and service provider, because what happens that initially whenever you are using the wired connections, we are our concern is if the wire is good or not, whether there is a damage or not, how many systems can we communicate with each other whenever we are using the networking devices, whether it is a switch or whether it is a router, then certain ports are there. So you can connect few numbers of system to that system, 24 ports maybe. Okay, but whenever we are talking about the wireless communication facilities, in a network we can communicate with a many number of devices. Okay, so separation of service provision and network operation, flexibility for introduction of new services and technical capabilities will be there. Come to the architecture. So this UMTS network architecture basically the architect that is similar to your GSM architecture, but there are quite difference between the GSM architecture plus your this architecture, because GSM there is the tower you said, that is your base transceiver station, but here you see that user equipment is there. There is another important part of this network, that is this is the, we can say that is the brain or heart of this network, that is UMTS terrestrial radio access network and the core network. Okay, so here you see that user equipment, as I said, that whenever you are inserting the card to the user devices, then that is your user equipment. So it can communicate with the cellular network, and where there is some base transceiver station, that is used, the term used here, the node B. Okay, so it communicates with this, and there are various interface, that is you see the TUB, and whenever here you see radio network controller is there. So this is the main point. So this decide whether The service is your calling services or either you are accessing the internet services facilities. Okay, so what happens here? Here you see the radio network controller can be communicate with the neighboring radio network controller also. Okay, so the interface here connected with the node B, that is LUB, then by mistakenly, then it is your LUR. They are communicate with the interface, that is LUR. Then there is a circuit switching. So circuit switching means in previously what happens, it's only support the circuit switching. So if the circuit is available, then communications will be possible, and it only supports the calling services. As I said, it does not support or it didn't support the data services. But here the UMTS supports both the circuit switching plus your packet switching. So whenever we are talking about the packet switching, means obviously there is the use of your internet protocol. Okay, so it supports the both. So the radio network controller decides whether this is the calling or this is for the internet access or data services purposes. Okay, so here there are various terms you see, that is UMTS terrestrial radio access network, user equipment UMTS base station, RNC radio network controller, GMSC, that is gateway mobile switching center will be there, and SGSN serving GPRS support node, GTSN gateway GPRS support node, SNSC short message service center will be there, home location register, visitor location register, public switch telephone network. So here you see that whenever you are going to from this point to this point, circuit switching will be there. So this is the core network. Okay, this is the core network. So whenever you are using the services for calling purpose, that is PSTN or ISTN. Okay, so here that will be your circuit switch core network will work. So this is mobile switching center is there. Then gateway mobile switching center will be there. Then you are accessing the services, that is your public switched telephone network or ISDN, that is integrated services digital network. Okay, and whenever using your data services, then packet data services, then this is your SGSN, that is your what? That is your serving GPRS support node or gateway GPRS support node. So this is the packet switch core network, and we are accessing the services, that is PDN, packet data network. Okay. So you see that user equipment or mobile terminals, you can say UMTS terrestrial radio access network, the second components which provides and manages the air interface for the overall UMTS network, which consists of two main parts, that is your radio network controller and your node B. That node B is the term used in UMTS to denote the base station transceiver, means it has the transmitter as well as the receiver. Okay. And in order to facilitate effective exchange between the node Bs under the control of different RNC, the RNC communicate not only one core network but also communicate with the neighboring radio network controllers. And radio network controller, this element of radio network subsystem controls the node Bs that are connected to it, and the radio network controller undertakes the radio resources management and some of the mobility management function, and also the point at which the data encryptions and decryption facilities will be there. Because of that reason, your communications can be secure. Then the core network. The core network consists of two main parts, that is your circuit switch elements will be there, packet switch. So these elements are primarily based on the GSM, that is Global System for Mobile Communication Network entities, and carry the data in a circuit switch manner, that is a dedicated channel for the duration of the call. Okay, but whenever you are talking about the packet switch elements, these network entities are designed to carry the packet data. And here the core network provides the central processing and the management of the system as well as the interface to the external networks, including your circuit switch, public phone network and other cellular networks also. And the UMTS core network may be divided, that is divided into two parts. Okay. So for today's class this much. Thank you.